Mental health is important. If you are experiencing any level of mental distress or unease, please seek professional help. Therapists and psychiatrists are there to provide a safe and reliable space to process stress and difficult situations through various methods. They're there to provide preventative and post-care for such things. If you are experiencing a situation that requires immediate or emergency attention, please check the links below for crisis and emergency options. You can also find links below to charities that help children in need. Any help you can provide would be appreciated. Our social media, Ko-Fi, Throne, and Discord server are linked below as well. The Discord is a community gaming space with a completely optional section for Dungeons and Moogles.
Yeah, and Highroad Meal is still going. They are still accepting donations, so please, if you can afford anything, I mean, as little as 80 cents, go over there, donate some money, help feed some kids in need, and get some free D&D content out of it as well. It is homebrew. Yeah, technically homebrew for the 2024 edition of 5e. And it is absolutely amazing. There's a race, an adventure module, all that fun stuff. So give it a check. Help out kids in need. Always a good thing. Now, on to our recap. So, last session started off with a combat as the shadows were taking form, and you all got verifiable proof that the things you were doing, messing with the flow of the multiple timelines, was causing everything to accelerate. You were facing stronger enemies sooner than would have otherwise, and the master even declared as such, getting excited that you had done something to change things. You all ultimately decided to give up on throwing bodies into the hole and chose to go take part in the ritual, try to complete that ritual that you had found out had been done centuries before in an attempt by some very high-ranking samurai from this gnomish village to ascend to divinity. Everyone went. Before going back, I almost skipped a step, Wrath used his divine power to cast 1 spell per day and used it to provide a hero's feast for everyone, to give temporary hit points and to also give everyone advantage on wisdom saves, which was a good call as this place has had you make multiple wisdom saves for madness up to that point. You ended up having to engage in another combat before you were able to actually go begin the ritual. You spent about 20 minutes trying to practice, using Quay as the signal in the center of the village to start it, because you all needed to perform the chant and the giving of the blood sacrifice in unison, simultaneously. The first attempt did not go so well, as Pious ended up becoming off time and off rhythm right before the completion of it. Tempest was able to send out a message telling everyone, hey, let's try it one more time. And the second time, you all were able to succeed, which was good, because the first time ended up causing damage to all of you. With the completion of the ritual, you all saw the statues of these deities that were in front of you at each of your own Shinto shrines crumble away and finally age as they would have over the centuries, leaving torment fragments in front of you that absorbed the energy of hope that had been produced around it by completing the ritual, leaving all of you to take a hope fragment for yourselves. Each one of you kind of experienced things a little bit differently as you were taking those hope fragments into your hands. But at its core, all of you could feel the warmth and joy spreading through you as you took them. Then, where we left off last session was with Pious hearing the voice of the master behind him instead of echoing out through the valley, saying that he didn't want it to come to this, as he began pressing his hand, his open palm and fingers into your back, Pious, which will start our climactic showdown, as he is going to roll for success. I just need to turn off the dice cover so it can be seen on the stream. Can you get out of a 31 to hit, Pious?
It wasn't a crit, was it?
No, it's not a crit.
Let me see here. No, that hits for sure.
All right. So you feel as he finishes his statement, his fingers begin to push through into you. It's not your body. It's not the metallic shell that is the being that interacts with everything that he's pushing into. It's your soul, as his hand slips through, almost incorporeal, just ignoring your body, your flesh, so to speak, until he's wrist deep, and he stops
Where is it? Where is the core? I need to find it. If Amy is dead and you stole her power, I will reclaim it.
You will have to kill me, of which you will not.
We'll see about that.
Okay. Now, Tempest, seeing as Quay is in the air and capable of kind of seeing across the entire valley at this point, you are getting a telepathic message from your familiar telling you that Pious is in danger, that there is a mysterious man standing behind him.
Boots in haste. And right before I take off to head over to him, I tell Quay, send the message over to Raph. Not Quay, Calm.
It all happened rapid fire, so Raph, you get images from Quay, kind of through this, or Calm, not Quay, this double telepathic link of this man shoving his hand into Pious's back.
Where am I when I get this message? Have I reached, towards the middle, or am I still just leaving?
You're just leaving the area. You haven't actually made any distance away from it.
I'm at the bottom left. I'm getting the message from that's closer than me. How long would it take if I were to double my speed to get from me to Pious, estimate?
Your base speed is 30, correct?
40.
Okay, let me recalculate. I calculated based on 30. So doubling to 80. Okay, if you double to 80, and then dashing, it would take you 10 rounds. The 10th round of combat, you would get there without using dash.
Okay. Knowing that I'll make it there before the spell ends, then I will cast a Chardalyn Stride at 5th level, and I'm going to go streaking towards Pious through the middle, leaving a trail of fire that people could follow to get over to us.
Okay.
That
also increases my movement speed by 25 feet, 4th level or higher, 5 feet above 3rd. So, nope, 30 feet, meaning I have a effective movement speed of 70 feet walking with it on.
Okay, and then with your dash, she'd be moving 140.
Correct, which is what I'll be doing all the way.
Yep. Okay, with the recalculation 70 instead of 80, which is not doubling quite, the 11th round is when you get there. But you get that full use, no worries on that 11th round.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going full speed and sending Quay along to Geraldine then.
Alright. So that is going to take a moment.
Sorry.
Geraldine, you were on your way to the center, correct?
Yeah, I was already on my way to the center. I pocket my Shard of Hope, and I was walking back towards where the team is supposed to meet again.
Yep. Right? Tempest, you're going full speed? Are you so boots of speed and ring of haste?
Yep, that's what I'll say.
So
I'm gunning it, Pious.
divided by 2. It is going to take you 2.5 rounds to get to him. That's it.
Yay.
You are going to get there perfectly fast, and Twilight is more or less being left out in the dark.
Hopefully
now that
Calm
we
can
have
hold
everyone
on.
set in. Yeah. Calm has claws. It may not be the most pleasant feeling for you, but he's at least dug them kind of into your cloak to make sure he doesn't lose traction.
Jam, just to make sure that I understand correctly, my character is still not aware of what's going on. I'm just walking back, and this Amelia is coming towards me, but I didn't see yet.
Not yet, at least.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, was everyone in motion now? Pious, you have your turn that you can take as his hand is buried into your soul through the center of your back.
What to do? Wish I knew if he was...
And we're going to do role play at the top of the round. Essentially, lair action monologue.
Okay. Shit, what do we do? I'm going to use... I'm going to use one of my channel divinities.
All right. Which one?
Path to the Grave.
And what does it do?
As an action, you choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it until the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage.
All right. You're going to go for a big hit then.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that is your action. So the big hit's next turn. Any bonus action?
Damn, I don't have a lot of bonus actions. I don't think. No. Bonus action, turn my head and look at him.
All right.
With disdain.
With disdain. Okay. That would make a comeback up to the top of the turn order since we use everyone else's turns setting up. Top of the turn order, back to the monologue. You, goddamn. He rolls even better this time. 38.
Jesus Christ.
You feel him turn his hand from having like the fingers up top to the fingers being down on the bottom as he starts to drag it up from the center of your back towards the base of your neck.
I don't need to kill you. I just have to find it.
He won't find it. It's much different than you remember.
He lets out this guttural grunt. It sounds less human and more like a foreign animal that's had its throat mutilated. And there's the end of our lair action monologue. So, Pious, your turn.
I'm gonna cast. Where is it? I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level.
You do not need to roll to hit, as he has buried hilt deep his arm into your back.
Okay, so that is 5d10. Are you actually kidding, though? Like, seriously? Wow, that's pathetic. Okay,
And with
15
vulnerability,
necrotic.
that is 30 damage.
Pious reaches back and his aarm has traces of black-green lines down it, and he grips Druindar's cloak or chest or whatever he can, and he says, "Perish, old friend."
As you make contact and the spell goes off, you notice that his body, there's just this slight aura that pops as the magic hits him. This slight purple mist around his body. It's as if it's deflecting that necrotic damage, but then your channel divinity punches a hole through it and makes contact with him directly through it.
Perfect. Is it Misty Step a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm Misty Stepping then. I'm going to Misty Step behind him.
Didn't you cast a 3rd level spell already?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep, you're right.
Forgot about that rule. Shit. Okay, never mind. I'll wait.
All right. Okay. Wrath, you're making considerable headway as you're running through, and you can see the barrier itself. It's already shattered, but you can see the magic of it glistening as it's slowly falling towards the ground. And you can hear, just barely, a voice shouting from the edge of the valley where you entered.
Wrath! Tempest! Pious! Anyone, are you there?
Raph focuses even more with these events interrupting. He doesn't reply, but instead he is going to, in addition to his dash, which, by the way, I still got to dash last turn because Chardalyn Stride's a bonus action. But in addition to my action dash, I'm going to Step of the Wind dash this turn as well.
And that
So
cuts an
70 to
entire round off
140.
your time? All right. You basically made 2 rounds progress there since you dashed again.
That's all he's
Okay.
doing.
Tempest, Quay is pretty much constantly feeding you information at the moment due to it being a more combat-like situation. And you get a vision through the telepathy, and you can see this white old man wearing white rags in the darkness. Like, he just stands out so much against everything, standing out there at the edge of the valley. And you can't make him out because of the distance, but you're pretty sure it's the hermit coming into the area.
Okay. It's not gonna stop me or anything. I'm just gonna be
All
like,
right.
okay, keep going.
All right, 2 rounds. You can see Pious currently locked with the individual. And Pious, since you turned around, actually turned your head, you'd be able to actually get a view of what he looks like. And Tempest, you can see him now as well. He resembles a British man, kind of in his early 30s to mid 30s. He's got short black hair, a fairly soft jawline, and he is wearing a well-fitted black suit.
I'm gonna have my sight at the ready. Not gonna go for a kill shot or anything, but it's getting ready for when I get up there.
All right.
The goal is to approach him from behind, though, as quick as I can without being noticed.
All right. Geraldine, for these 2 rounds you've been moving towards the center, are you just kind of doing it at like a moderate pace, or would Geraldine kind of be dashing to meet up with everybody in the center?
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary yet, so Geraldine is moving at her normal pace, so her 30 feet per round. Also, no one actually sent me any message, and as you said, the how you call it, the familiar didn't come to me yet, so I was wondering, do I see the flame that Wrath left behind? Because maybe that will be a clue.
Not yet, because you're coming kind of from the northeast, and he's coming from the southwest. So you're on like opposite sides coming towards the center currently.
So, for Geraldine's point of view, everything is fine. We complete the ritual, so we just need to meet at the center and see how everything is go, because we can get actually out of here. So I carry on with my movement.
All right. Back to the top of the round. Lair action monologue.
I've already died once, twice, a million times in that hellscape of the void. You can kill me all you want. I'll come back, and I will have this power.
I'm sorry, Druindar, but I can't let you come back this time. I'll make sure you rest easy.
I already told you I'm not the doctor. I am the master of my own pain.
You are a king of nothing.
Your turn to act. Oh, I almost forgot to roll his.
Sorry, did you say I already Misty stepped or no?
No, you did not Misty step last turn.
Right, okay. I'll Misty step this turn.
To roll. He gets a 28 this time. Hit your AC still before you Misty step? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This time he kind of drags his hand, turning the top of his hand towards your left shoulder and dragging it through to the right, still searching for that core. Not finding it yet, of course, as you get the opportunity to Misty step away.
Okay. Then when I Misty step behind him, I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast then.
All right. I will give you advantage because it's not like he can know that's where you were going.
I always forget my to hit. There it is.
Plus 20 million.
Yep. Does that hit?
Plus 20 million? No, unfortunately his divine resistance kicks in. And instead of just passing the save, he nullifies it.
Damn. All right, this is the first, for the advantage, this is the first rolls for all three beams.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is the second roll. So that is a 19, a 28, and a 30.
A 3 hit.
Okay. Oops. Huh. A 1 and a 10. Fuck me. Okay,
Damn.
so...
force damage?
21. Yep.
Okay. So, unlike the inflict wounds, you don't see that kind of aura of madness pop up to protect him from this attack.
We can still talk this out, but I know that that's not what you want, so I'm sorry. But we're going to kill you.
All right, Tempest. You've seen Pious teleport behind, or Misty step behind the master, and you are in range to just run on up and potentially make an attack. If you wanted to try getting stealth in there, you would need to use your action for that, and next turn you would get the attack.
Oh. You know what? I guess I will go with the stealth now since Pious kind of has an advantage finally. He's not totally screwed.
All right, roll your stealth.
But at least I'll be more prepared to act when necessary.
Yep. 32. You are very sure of how well kind of hidden you are as you duck between rubble and debris from the ruins of the village, and you are making almost no sound at all. As you get up close, about 30 feet away, very easy for you to get in next turn without having to worry about dash or anything.
Now we wait.
And now we wait. Okay, Wrath, you're starting to see the center of the village is still a little bit of a way from you at the moment, but you can at least kind of see it through the gaps in the buildings.
Okay, I'm gonna burn my second key point to get as much ground as possible this time. Again.
Okay. Got another round off of that time.
Running at about 24 miles per hour.
Yes. You stayed bolt up in here.
Yeah. I just did the math on it. I'm moving. Well, it depends on how actually you do the math. I counted it as 210 feet in a round, which would be 24 miles per hour.
Pretty goddamn fast.
Yeah.
Pretty goddamn fast. The Hermit is going to go ahead and burn one of those 7th level spell slots because he can see the path of fire that Wrath is leaving behind him. And he kind of starts to stumble back behind you because he is not as fast as you are, Wrath. But he does like pop up like right on your side as you're running.
On your left.
Where are we going? What's going on?
Pious is in trouble. North.
I don't think he has a bonus action that helps in this moment. No, he does not. So that's the end of his bit there. Geraldine, you've taken a couple rounds of movement this way. And Quay is dashing essentially to get there faster towards you. And you don't really see Quay because Quay is just like a regular sized raven flying through the night currently. But you can hear it squawking very loudly from the other side. It doesn't necessarily sound panicked, but it does sound very urgent, as if something is going on.
Okay. That's definitely a cue of something, so I started to dash towards it. So my movement goes from 30 to immediately 60, and with my bonus action, I dash again for 120.
All right. As you make that kind of movement, you get fairly close to the center of town. Like it's cut. You're almost there at where it actually fully opens up. And at this point, you can see Quay up in the air because Quay's getting close to the center as well. And you can see there's light coming from that southwest area. You recognize kind of the flicker of flames on the walls with the number of nights you spent under candlelight reading in your life.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm running as fast as I can. Massive leaps, almost like I'm grabbing at the edge of walls and etc. to push me forward towards the center of town. And I noticed this, and I quickly, using my ability to step on the side of the building, etc., I started to run on top of one of them, and I started to jump from one rooftop to another. So I don't use roads at that point. I have a straight line towards my final goal.
All right. Back to the top of the turn order. Layer action monologue.
That's all I want. I want to talk. I want to talk endlessly. I want my Amy back. And if she's dead, Druindar cut me away, left me in that void. I had no one. And if Amy's dead, I need this power so I can save him from whatever killed him.
Why? Why do you care so much of something that wasn't your fault?
Of course, it was my fault. It was my experiment. It was my calculations. It was my verifications. And everything still went wrong.
So you wanted Amy to die then? Is that what you're saying? Because if it's not, then it's not your fault, Druindar.
Waves over
Accidents
to your
happen.
turn. Oh, I almost keep forgetting. He actually is taking actions. Whoops.
Yes, take your actions. Please.
All right. 25 this time.
Yeah, that still hits.
That still hits. So he turns around back on you and goes to jam his arm into your body again. This time, like making contact to get in the center still from your chest, though, this time. And seeing as you have that kind of like almost power source there, it begins to actually feel like your body is tightening up, as if every pseudo muscle of yours is reacting to this and cramping. And he starts to drag it over to your left shoulder this time instead of your right, still searching for that core. Now it is your turn.
I'm going to hit him with agony.
All right.
19.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 9 damage, and he's marked.
9 damage, and he's marked. All right. Wrath, after you've told the hermit about Pious being in trouble to the north, you see him kind of teleport again as he burns his second 7th level spell slot to go north. And we're going to roll to see how far off he is on that. Do you want to roll a percent for me, Wrath, while I pull up the spell? Lance, what's the roll?
Oh, sorry. 15%. 1-5.
15?
Yep.
Okay, I need another percent as a mishap has occurred, causing the hermit to take 3d10 force damage.
58 on the second one.
58. And then 1d10 times 1d10. So roll 2d10.
Me?
Meet. Okay. So he is not terribly off target, but he didn't quite make it where he wanted to be. Geraldine, this is
Yep.
your first interaction. As you're getting closer to the center, and you can see from atop the buildings, about halfway between you and where that statue was that Pious went to, you see an old man kind of fall out of the sky and crash through one of the buildings.
Okay. And this is, I saw those lights and fire on one side, and now this old man crash on a little bit closer to me on another side, right?
Yes.
I'm tempted to see what's going on there. At the same time, I'm not completely sure, so there is a 50-50 chance here. I'm going to roll for it, if you don't mind.
I will give you one more piece of information that you would have. As Wrath, I'm sure you're continuing to just bolt forward. You can see the fire well enough at this distance. You can tell it's coming towards the center of town. It's coming towards all of you currently, not away or centralized in one area. It almost looks like it's heading. Yeah, it almost looks like it's heading north as well.
Well, it's begun to flicker because now, as a bonus action, since I'm out of key points, I'm going to start using my 30-foot teleport to continue to advance myself, so 170 feet per round, like that.
All right.
Okay. So I carry on with the direction I took before, and I hope that, my ability to literally walk on surface and now jumping from one rooftop to another actually allow me to cut a little bit of on the distance and dashing my 120 feet.
Sorry, this is a clarifying question. Heading towards the center still, or heading towards the north, where Pious is?
North.
Okay. All right.
From my position, I kind of need to go get closer to the center in order to reach Pious. But I just adjust my trajectory in order to cut through as fast as possible.
All right.
Even if this unexpected presence definitely caught my attention.
So you don't make it all the way towards where this old man just fell through the building, but you are closing that gap. And then Tempest, you are hitting. You're about 30 feet away from the Master and Pious, and you have your whole turn currently.
Okay, is the guy still like having his arm extended out, doing his thing?
Yep.
Oh, what a nice spot to go on. And his arm's still fully extended out, and he's trying to press his hand in with Pious. I will go for a clean swing on his arm. Hopefully, cut it.
All right. Disadvantage for the aimed attack. You have advantage from being hidden. If you roll a critical hit, you will clean cleave. No question. Otherwise, it'll be a critical hit, and his arm's going to be not quite functional.
So they cancel each other out. Just one roll, then.
Yep, just one roll.
Critical.
Oh,
and that is a critical hit.
God, yes.
So I just cleavered that arm.
Yes, as your blade just comes through it, cleanly separating it.
He just saw a flash of red by his face.
Yeah, you would expect there to be just blood shooting out. Both of you, and Pious, you're just as surprised by the sight coming down, but you at least know who it is. And instead of blood, you just see purple energy shoot out in every direction instead of blood, as if this man's entire being is just madness at this point, even replacing the blood and other parts of his insides to that point. And he lets out a wild howl, kind of stumbling back a little bit as his arm falls from your body, Pious, and lands on the ground in front of you.
You good, Pious?
He just keeps staring at him, and then he looks down at the arm, and then he stomps on the arm and grinds it into the ground.
Oh, you're happy. I can tell.
So, seeing as that would have been a critical hit, and you cleaved an arm off, we're going to go ahead and just call that a max damage roll real quick. For 78 points.
Nice. It's all coming together.
You do have a second attack on your attack action there, Tempest.
Scythe attack, right? Or is it the unarmed?
Scythe attack.
That is lucky.
You do have advantage because he is prone. So you got 2 more dice there to roll.
Well, you're right. Hell yeah. Critical.
This is not the Master's night.
Good, fuck this guy.
Roll your 66 plus 42.
I did not consent to having his hand inside me. That's all I'm going to say.
I did not consent
61.
to being infested.
Yeah, exactly. I did not.
This one's across his This is right in the front of him, head on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you turn around and you just bring your scythe down, and it kind of slashes through his face, like down the center, down his nose, down his mouth, down through his neck, and you get about halfway down the chest before you kind of pull back, readying for your next attack. And again, this like purple light blasts out from it. And you do have your bonus action for a free unarmed strike if you want to kick him in the face while he's down.
Absolutely.
Still
Any
with
advantages on this
advantage.
or just standard? Yeah.
Still
okay.
advantage because he
Pretty
is still
fun.
prone.
This is brutal.
Oh, I thought that was another crit. Holy shit.
So close.
Almost 18 plus 13.
All right, 66 plus 6.
So close. Can't have it all. 20. Boot to the face.
Boot to the head.
Boot to the head. Oh
Yo, I
no,
just
the
remade
character
this
sheet's
game.
reloading and messing up. Hold on, I gotta fix the character sheet for the hit points real quick.
Hit him so hard you hit him through the fourth wall.
Yeah. Hit him so hard he went through the
Don't-
fourth wall, apparently. Holy
Don't
cow.
fuck with the adorable one with a scythe.
I, at the moment, would say you're more terrifying than adorable, but, you know,
But I'm
everyone
smiling.
got their own opinions. Underneath
makes
the
it
skull where you can't
adorable,
see the
right?
smile.
Oh, that's right. You can feel the happiness radiating.
We all float down here.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. How much damage was it? What? I swear I just did like 130 some damage to this guy.
You really did. You really did. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get enemy health pools for bosses on the stream, too.
If I
Yeah,
still
come
had a
on.
tail, it'd be wagging.
If you still had a tail, it would be wagging.
I bet even Calm is a bit nervous now. Do these images like transfer over to Wrath at all because of Calm?
Calm is not.
Probably.
Yeah, Calm kind of like stops sending messages, but like at that moment, with the just loss of the arm, Wrath, you get 3 rapid fire shots. One of that burst of energy as the arm was cleaved. One of the scythe blade, like from the POV of Tempest, slicing down. And then the last one, just a boot to the face.
As he sends these, Calm is going to crawl across your shoulder and down your back a little bit, kind of holding on, almost puncturing the skin with his claws as he's holding on, and he's going to cast Armor of Agathis on you.
Oh.
Nice choice.
A nice choice. Now, if he chooses to melee you, that's a problem for him.
Yeah. Not to mention, if he touches me, then I have a reaction with Hellish Rebuke.
Samesies.
I am not
Alright,
a good
got those
opponent
health
to go
bars back.
against.
So, as he's down on the ground, and we move back to lair action monologue.
You think some man-made weapon will stop me? Nothing will stop me.
Before you get a chance to say anything back, you see him burst in purple light outward. And Pious, you feel his hand at your back again, his other hand this time, as he essentially misty stepped back at you. With a 37 this time.
Yeah.
Also, Pious and Tempest, you both take 5 necrotic damage from the burst of energy from him,
Okay.
as he has finally dealt damage for the first time.
And the last.
This time, having already kind of gone through the middle of your chest from both sides and both of your shoulders, he starts to drag his hand down this time towards your lower spine.
He offended me too.
He offended you too.
Man-made weapon. Ugh.
I would have helped you if you would have asked nicely.
It is Tempest, Pious, your turns together. You get to act together since you are both there together.
I'm finally going to be able to use Agony's ability. I'm going to hit him again with Agony if I hit him.
All right.
22.
You
Let's
hit.
go. Okay. Now, what does it do again?
I believe it's extra damage for 1.
It is, takes an extra 2d8. Oh, it's the other ability for it is only if I crit with it. Okay.
Unfortunate.
But still, I mean, 2d8 is pretty good. An extra 2d8, I guess. 3. Would I add the +8 to that?
Yeah, you add your normal modifier to the damage still.
Okay. 22.
22.
Why did it roll? Oh, I didn't roll twice. I'm fucking stupid. What am I doing? I can't read. Yeah, 22 damage.
You notice as you come down with this blow, the wounds that have been dealt to him have just kind of closed up. Almost like he wasn't split open. Minus the missing arm because it's not reattached.
Well, that's an issue.
Say so.
Okay, Tempest. You
I'm
have
getting
the
around behind
ability to
him.
move and flank. All right.
Yep. 22.
22 hits,
30 damage.
30 damage, and your second attack.
22.
That's another hit.
29.
Do. All right, as you slash into him more, you still see like that bursting purple light instead of blood, but then it's almost like you didn't actually cut him.
Any damage is damage.
Actually, there is his clothes are still damaged, very much so.
Then I clock him in the head, hopefully. Maybe. Well, it's an arm regardless.
Wrath, with this turn, you're able to blast through the center of town and a big chunk of the way up north.
I don't get the bonus?
Oh, you do get your bonus. My apologies.
And that's still with advantage.
Yes.
28.
That's a hit.
I don't know myself on this one. Okay. 11.
11. You keep hitting 11s on this unarmed strike. This adventure.
Yeah.
Alright. Wrath, you're able to blast past, make it up forward. Geraldine, you're still going. And the two of you kind of at the end of your movement, both get real close to each other. Enough that you can kind of shout back and forth, maybe that 20-foot gap. From like east to west, you're both about the same distance, northward towards the shrine. And you see the hermit stumbling out of this building and kind of patting himself off and trying to start running at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So, just to make sure I understand it correctly, with the corner of my eyes, I see Wrath and you see me, right?
Yes, the two of you can see each other, and you can also both see the hermit as well, who doesn't seem to notice the two of you as he's trying to run north.
Mm-hmm. Wrath, when you see Geraldine running, it's more like, think about like a predator in the savannah. He's on all four, using her long limbs like to grab things and just pushing herself forward, is crouched down like I would say, to give you a visual reference, like a leaker in Resident Evil.
Gotcha. I was the visual that had come to mind before that was oh my god, Jekyll and Hyde back in oh, what is the name of that movie? The with the Invisible Man, Captain Nemo, and all them.
Oh, the League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Thank you. I don't know why that blanked on me. Yeah, I was thinking the
Hyde,
Mr. Hyde through the
yeah, very similar. Yeah, this kind of hench down creature, like kind of crawling more than running.
Yeah, Wrath's just trying to get there in as straight a line as he can, trying to like teleport through obstacles, on fire the entire time. He just kind of nods to you and keeps beelining.
There is, her big eyes are like flickering because of your flames, and there is that big smile on her face, and she just focuses on her target.
All right. Back to the top of the turn order. Lair action monologue.
If I'd asked nicely, like I did at the beginning, when I said you could just give me that power and this would just end?
That's not asking nicely. That's demanding. Because you had an ultimatum. That's not kindness.
You can kind of see his face contort as if he doesn't understand how that wasn't kindness, before kind of turning more to a look of rage. As he is going to now Eldritch Step, as it's called, away from the two of you, dealing 5 more necrotic damage to each of you. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. And as he teleports about 30 feet back from both of you, he says this more in a hushed voice almost, but loud enough to be heard.
It looks like it's time for a fight.
And I need the two of you to make dexterity saves DC 29.
I literally have to roll it out 20.
Okay.
Pious, I don't think you can pass that, can you? Do you have a +9 or higher?
I'm going to roll anyway because fuck you, Jess.
I definitely did that.
God. Yeah.
You watch him raise his hand up, point a finger, and you've seen a fireball spell plenty of times as the energy coalesces there at the end of his finger. But instead of flames, you see this small ball of acid forming, dripping, before launching out between the two of you and then bursting outwards. You each take 252 acid damage.
I'm sorry, come again?
252 acid damage.
That puts me at about -200.
This is not something he can do constantly.
Doesn't change the fact that I'm at like -200 now. Oh, correction,
You don't go negative.
-193.
You don't go negative. You're fine. You're just unconscious, dying. So we'll start with you, Pious. As this goes off and the acid just spreads over your body and you feel it eating away at every muscle, ligament, and joint. Describe how you fall to the ground and fall unconscious.
He falls back and his body starts to spark and sputter, and smoke comes out of his mouth when he talks.
How could you do this to me? After all, I tried.
And then it...
Pious, as your sensors kind of finish shutting off and you fall into that unconscious state, you can see the look on his face, and you can see that it is sadness. Pure, absolute sadness, as tears are starting to run down his face. Tempest, describe how you go down.
Drop to my knees, holding like myself closely. And when I fall over, kind of looking up to the sky, all I can think about is my aunt and uncle, and the fact that I would never actually be able to get to the throne of Kindhurst to finish my duty. Just worried about the ones I'll leave behind. Wrath before I fully pass out.
As your eyes start to flutter close that last time before you fall unconscious, you see a set of feet. These black leather boots take 3 steps until they're standing in front of you. The person is turned towards you in this moment, but your vision blurred and you can't make out who it is as you feel a hand on your head and then fall unconscious. We will come back to the two of you in a moment, though. As Wrath and Geraldine, you get close enough at this point that you can see this as it happens, as the acid shoots out over them and you see the two of them collapsing to the ground. You do not see this figure, though, that Tempest saw as the two of them collapse and fall unconscious. Their bodies singed and burned from the acid.
Couple quick questions. Did Calm, who was on Tempest's back, also go poof?
Yeah. Essentially, Tempest was full cover for him.
Okay. In which case, who does it look like the enemy there is focused on at this moment?
He is looking directly at Pious. There's not exactly a big difference in that aim and vision, but you can tell it's Pious.
So Calm will fly over as quickly as possible and cast Cure Wounds on Pious. As Wrath turns to Geraldine, can you hit these fuckers from here?
Geraldine
You
will
are within
nod.
300 feet.
She will just keep running towards Tempest at this point.
Alright.
I have an
So
idea if you
next
can hit him
round
from
when you
here.
finish getting there.
Sorry, Wrath, what you were saying?
Wrath, who I think outpaces you currently, is going to try and stop you about halfway. If you can hit him from here, we should hit him together.
Okay.
You can see electricity starting to flow through his eyes.
I'm just checking my 3 Eldritch Blasts if they can actually get there. I'm not completely sure. I think I need to get closer, but let me double check on something.
The Eldritch Blast has a 300 range.
I think it's 300 if you have the invocation. I think it's 150 normally, or 120.
Yeah, just a moment, guys. Just because my Eldritch Blast is empowered, but I'm not sure if it's about distance or damage at that point.
It's 120 feet normally.
Yes, so 120 feet.
So we need to get closer. Then.
Yeah, at the moment, my Eldritch Blast has is agonizing blast, so it doesn't improve the distance, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the one you had your charisma modifier. Okay.
So I need to get a little bit closer, I presume.
Yep, it'll be technically after you've used your dash and actions and all that. You'll come in range at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm. So I will just, get there at the end of the turn and raise my hand towards the enemy, but unfortunately I need to wait the next round, I presume.
And Wrath kind of slides into place next to you, raising his own hand, probably under yours because you're much taller than him, and begins to.
I'm probably gonna. I can literally put myself like this on your head. It's like
probably.
No, I was not doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Top of the turn order. We're going to start with monologue.
I will kill you, but it'll be last to make sure I can take your power. First, I'm going to deal with your friends.
You won't win, unfortunately. They're stronger than even I am, in more ways than one.
So, Pious, in your momentary unconsciousness, as you're awakening and the healing's taking place, you can feel the power of your other personalities kind of swell inside of you, almost like they were pushing against each other, preparing to take control of the body itself. And you feel like it would be easier for you to connect all of the personalities at once, because you also have an idea of how to pull them all out simultaneously as well. Your special unlock for completing the ritual kicks in. You now can't remember exactly how the numbers were written out to be able to use Mobius as a personality shift. Let me double check. I don't want to say what I was going to say without checking first. I should have done that. Wow, we were on the break, and I didn't think of it. Where is it?
I'm going to test something out real quick. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. All right, there it is. Okay, it did. It is what I thought it was. The success chance isn't your level or lower on the D100 roll. It is now double your level or lower.
24 or lower?
So let's see, currently 12, so yeah, it would be a 24 or lower. At level 20 for your lower. 20% roll. Now, Tempest, as you fall unconscious, you wouldn't call this the void. Like, there's nothing around you and such, but it feels more like you're in a dream, floating. You almost feel like the tides of energy around you as you kind of float on it all. And you don't hear a voice. It's like you're hearing the words without the audio there. So you're just getting the words. You're not fighting at your fullest. There's a part of you that you have rejected once again. He said no man-made weapon can kill him. Tear him apart with your claws.
I'll do what I must.
Now, Pious, you are standing again. Well, not standing, you are prone. But you have hit points. You have a turn. Geraldine has a turn. Wrath has a turn.
All right. I'm going to attempt to transform then.
All right. Are you going for Mobius specifically or one of the other personalities?
I'm going to try to combine all of them.
All right. Then you got to give me a D100. 24 or lower, you succeed.
Come on.
Oh.
Oh.
No, instead you get a sexy number.
Of course.
I honestly can't think of a way to implement sexy number on this one. It's not like you physically transform, you know? It's a personality thing for you.
Damn.
So you feel them swelling up and you try to embody that power. You feel it start to harmonize together, all of them kind of resonating. And in the final moment before you feel like they're about to, it's like they suddenly grind against each other and push back into the individual components. And now you must complete a short rest before you can attempt Mobius again, but you still have the ability to take on another personality as a reaction.
Take on one of the... Sorry, you cut out.
You still have the ability to use a reaction to take on one of the other personalities. You just can't try for Mobius again until you finish a short rest.
Okay.
Wrath. The idea was to merge cast. Do you have a way to extend the power outwards, or do you need to be touching?
Nope, I'm going to be right next to Geraldine as we run up 60 feet, which would be your bonus action, right?
Yes, with my bonus action, I run up to the 60 feet, so I definitely in range for my Eldritch Blast. And
I will reach up and just traces of lightning start flowing out of Wrath into your arm, and he gives you control of the spell as he is going to merge a 4th level Witch Bolt into it.
And almost like letting the electricity run through my arm across to the other, when my bones start to split out of my body like previously happens, they are getting charged, and I blast against this enemy, rolling my 3.
Both of you need to roll Arcana first to make sure if it's successful or not. Wrath, your roll sets the DC that Geraldine needs to beat.
11 for me.
All right, that makes it a 19 for the DC.
19 DC, okay. 27.
Let's go.
You definitely hit the DC, so you are able to merge them together.
And just
fast.
I don't know what your ideas for this merge spell would be before I give exactly what it does, but go ahead and roll to hit because it is still a to hit.
Yes, there are 3 different because there are 3 different Eldritch Blast.
Calm is dashing over to Tempest in this moment.
So 15 17 and 20.
That is one hit.
Unfortunately, just one. Okay. So, you tell me what it does.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I roll.
I want you to give me an idea of what it does, like from a mechanical standpoint.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I want your idea what might happen.
So, visually speaking, if I understand correctly, Wrath, you gave me electricity to help my spell to get into, and my Eldritch Blast is made of force. Even if it goes through those, visually speaking, those shard of bones that came out from my body. But there's force damage is create almost like an electric little, I will say, bolt. So mechanically speaking, I would say that is blast force that will envelop the enemy body with also wrath electricity. But in terms of the amount of damage, you tell us.
Okay.
The Witch Bolt has
first level
one other
Witch
thing
Bolt's
to
damage
it.
is normally?
Okay.
What's the damage normally for Witch Bolt?
4d12, sorry.
4d12? Okay. 4d12. So you will deal 5d12 damage on it. And then Witch Bolt's other thing is that connection and the ability to hit for that damage again.
Yep.
So you cut out a little bit.
So Witch Bolt's other thing is that it tethers the magic so that the damage can be dealt again each turn. So what happens is you hit with this shard of bone and it jams itself into his shoulder, and the electricity from it's crackling out across his body, acting as the tether to just deal this damage every turn without a roll or an attack.
Okay, so I rolled a 4d12.
Yep, 4d12.
I'd like to say also, I was casting it as a bonus action, quicken spell.
Okay.
Just a quick question. Do I add my charisma modifier? Because my agonizing blast usually does that.
Yes, still add that.
Okay, so it's 4d12 plus 5. Really? Anyway, 21. It started good, ended up badly. 8, 5, 2, 1. But with a plus 5 is 21 in total. And that is my action for now.
All right. Raph, you do still have an action.
The magic is tethered to Geraldine, right?
It is tethered to both of you. Either of you can use... Yeah, either of you can trigger it, but only one of you each round can trigger it.
Okay. I will leave that to Geraldine and use my action to dash. Am I concentrating on this? On the tether? Are we both concentrating on it? How does that work?
We'll put the concentration on Geraldine since she took the lead, but either of you can trigger it since you're still merged in the spell.
Okay. In which case, yeah, I'll take an action to dash, moving my 140 feet, getting closer, and Calm is moving back over to Tempest to cast Cure Wounds if he can.
Okay.
The moment that the wrath leave my side and is getting far away from me, not that he can hear me. I talk to someone else that technically is not there, and almost chatting with my patron. I look at the scene and said, "It's time for you to help out. Because if you do, it's going to be in your collection." And I look at our enemy.
All
right. So, the turn order is basically flipped. You guys are acting before he is, although monologue is still at the top. The Tempest, you regain consciousness but cannot act this turn. The words of that was so lingering. 9 HP? Okay. Tempest, you got 9 HP back.
Alrighty. And what was that last little bit you said? Well,
so you are the words that were spoken to you in this unconscious state. They are echoing in your mind still as you reawaken. You cannot act this turn. You can stand up if you would like to, but otherwise you have no actions.
Definitely using my sight to slowly prop myself up. And that's about all I can do, as you said.
Okay. It's gonna roll back to him. And he's still crying, but his face keeps switching between like this overwhelming sadness to almost disappointment that he has to fight and do anything. And this time, Wrath, you are going to be his target as... Can someone roll a d5 for me real quick?
1d5,
Actually, probably doesn't matter. 32 to hit, Wrath. I believe that's a miss.
Shield. That would normally be a hit. Yep, shield.
Normally be a hit. You're gonna shield. Actually, I should still do the D5. Looks like David has the D5.
Yes, I'm rolling it for you.
All right. This time, he raises his hand again, but you don't see that like fireball forming. Instead, he open palms, and this cold energy just forms, freezing the space, and a massive spike of ice shoots at you, Wrath. And right before it makes that contact with you in the chest, your shield goes off, the lightning shooting across your front side and kind of tearing apart the magic that is the ice spike.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm saying the singular. He shot 3 of them at you, and he caught all of them.
Okay.
Goes back to the top of the turn order, and Pious, Wrath, you got close enough so you can hear it as well. It's muttering almost to himself.
Damn, that drill and dart took so much and left me so little.
And then it rolls back to all of you.
Geraldine is dashing to close the distance as much as possible. We were 180 minus 60 minus other 60, so I should have like this 30 feet distance between me and him right now, and I keep inflicting damage thanks to what we have done so far, and I had another Eldritch Blast, 3 Eldritch Blast on top of that. So
Okay.
I will first roll the 3d20. Okay,
Hold on.
so we have
So Witch Bolt takes your
19 and 20.
action to deal the damage.
Sorry.
Witch Bolt requires your action to deal that damage again.
Okay,
So you have to choose Eldritch Blast or Witch Bolt.
in this case, I will have 2 Eldritch Blasts going in, and that other one. This is a very tough choice. You know what?
Yeah,
I will say
you have guaranteed D12 versus possible D10s.
Yeah. This is the reason why I'm going with D12. So I'm getting closer, and I reactivate the shard of bone that is stuck in his body in order to deal more damage on him. So unfortunately, that natural 20 was thrown out of the window. But better. We have a 33 damage.
Some solid damage there. Okay. Tempest, Pious, Wrath, you still have your full set of actions.
How close is he to me?
About 25 to 30 feet away.
Okay. I'm pulling out the hope fragment and I'm rushing up to him and I'm shoving it down his throat.
All right, if you're going for his throat specifically, that is an aimed attack. Sorry, I'm chewing goldfish. So you'll have a normal roll because you can get into a flanking position. I'm sure with somebody. Just Tempest is probably running in there.
So
Has anyone even noticed I got up?
Wrath knows.
Wrath noticed, but everyone else probably didn't. So yeah, Pious, you have a regular roll just because you've got the balanced advantage, disadvantage.
So would it be just a strength roll or?
Yes, just a strength roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give him that flanking by dashing in as I activate Blade Song with a bonus action.
All right.
21.
My last one.
That is a hit. Roll 1d4 plus strength for an improvised weapon.
Okay.
10.
10. Pious, you rush forward and you shove this thing into his mouth. It doesn't stretch quite enough for your hand to actually like go in his mouth fully, but enough that you're able to kind of force it to the back of his throat, and it kind of starts to drop down. And instead of trying to like regurgitate it and force it out, you see him kind of tense up, and then you see it actually physically slide down his throat as it kind of stretches his esophagus. And his body almost seems to start convulsing, similar to how those shadows did, where parts of it are kind of bulging out, others are sinking in. And he doesn't necessarily do anything right away, and other than this visual, you're not sure it's actually slowing him down at this exact moment. But it is clearly doing something.
It's more than I expected, so I'll take it.
He also takes 11 points of fire damage as Wrath, the flaming torch, stands behind him and attempts to stab him in the back with his weapon.
All right, roll to hit.
A 31. I have advantage for flanking, right?
Yes.
Okay. 31.
31 hits.
For 10 points of piercing, 8 points of lightning, and my fire. 8. Blah, blah, blah. 9 points of fire.
9 points of fire.
Yep.
All right. Tempest, this leaves you getting back up. Raph's the only one that's noticed you. And again, that voice is echoing in your head what it said to you. What do you do?
My eyes will change to a yellow color, and I'll howl out, echoing in the valley before I go in for a speedy strike.
As you howl Calm climbs onto your shoulder, and he's going to cast what's that damn spell called? True Strike for you. As he climbs on and kind of nudges you and points his gaze, and a small line of electricity shoots forward, guiding you.
I'm following the line.
All right. True Strike.
Gives her
Gets
advantage
advantage.
on the next attack.
Okay. All right. Tempest, you have advantage on this first attack.
Alrighty. And that's when I lunge
Give me that
forward, leaving my
3d20.
scythe behind.
26 is a hit. Roll the damage.
Get him.
Oh, did I I don't think I readjusted that particular attack after you unattuned from the amulet of the
I'll make the
Tyrannosaurus.
adjustment. Is it still hit with the adjustment? Wasn't it only a +3?
No, the amulet of the Tyrannosaurus was damage.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a +13 to hit still, but remove the 1d10 from the damage. It's just
Damn.
2d4 plus 9. Max damage all the same.
I'm angry.
Get him.
So,
Alrighty.
what the rest of you see with this first one as Tempest blows in, you just see this wave of black and red flower petals rush up, flying towards them. And then suddenly what bursts out is this almost 6-foot lycanthrope with these horns extending from its head and these large black leathery wings. The fur down the body is this obsidian black color. The fangs of the creature all have this slight purple glow to them, and the eyes are this brilliant golden color. And
bet that skull mask makes it look good.
slink him. Oh yeah, even more so because the skull mask is still affixed to the head. But now it's like a perfect fit, as if it is her head and her skull was on the outside instead of the inside.
Quincy! Sorry.
Roll your second
Oh,
attack.
it's been a while. I was gonna say, it's been a while since I've done this.
You still
Still
have
advantage?
advantage. Yep.
Crit.
Critical hit, which means 2d4 plus 17 this time. 23 more damage. As you see the second blow coming down, you notice it's almost like flames start to spread down her body from her eyes, streaking out. You can tell it's following all of her veins as her muscles kind of start to bulge more. Her eyes almost focus in, and Tempest, this is when that power of yours from the divine ritual kicks in. Then your lichen form, your claws and bite attack both have increased damage. It will now be 4d4 damage for the claw and 2d8 for the bite. In addition to that, you get to add your proficiency bonus to strength and dex-based damage rolls while transformed.
That was a lot.
I will type it all up for you. For the moment, just the 4d4 and the 2d8. And all of you see the power kind of burst out from her before she can make another attack. And these flames of the hells washing off of her body kind of envelop the master for a brief moment before fading, and you can see the singed and torn clothes he's wearing are barely maintaining their form, barely covering his body, as he will take another 20 points of fire damage for the moment as the power awakens. Tempest, you still have a key point if you wanted to make 2 more.
Yeah. Crit.
That is another crit. So that's 4d4 plus 25 plus 29.
Plus 25 plus 29?
No, plus 29. Sorry. I was doing the math. All threes. Pretty impressive.
41. And that was only 1 out of the 2 you said I had.
Yep, if you want to use your second key point, you get to make another attack.
Okay, so one key point to 1 attack?
No. You already used one in a previous fight. This is your second one for the short rest.
Crit.
Another crit. So give us another 4d4 plus 29.
Tempest is not happy.
We can tell.
36.
Now, you still have not used your action surge, and I forgot about it in the moment. You still have haste, which gives you another action. So you can take 2 more attack actions for 4 more attacks.
Damn.
Do it.
Okay, how should I roll this?
Roll 3d20, roll 3d20, roll 3d20, roll 3d20.
Jesus Christ.
Just keep throwing that consecutive roll. 4 of them.
Alright, doing these real quick.
Every one of them is a hit, no critical. So that would be 16d4. Oh, calculator real quick. For that modifier. 16d4 plus 52.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is not a gimmick fight. You all are more than capable enough of this win.
95.
He is still standing, but he is really starting to look rough as you see Tempest in her lichen form just begin to tear this man apart with her claws in this absolute flurry of speed and ferocity.
Finish him off.
Then it would
back to
roll.
him.
Yep, it brings it back to him finally. And the first thing he has to do is make a wisdom save. He is doing the reverse of madness right now. He only has +4 on that. It's only a 15. So he passes, and you see that muscle twitching everything from his body kind of alleviates slightly. And then Pious, Wrath, and Tempest, you are all next to him as he Eldritch steps again, dealing 5 necrotic to each of you.
Tempest, you had 10 temp HP from Armor of Agathis earlier. Unless, no, because you went unconscious. Calm, didn't
Yeah, it blasted way more than his health. Yeah, she
I'm
got
down to
blasted for
4.
just way more. So
Oh, that's
and
right.
Pious
Yeah. No,
is
I forgot.
unconscious again
Yeah.
as he teleports back out of the way again. He also needs to roll recharge on his elemental burst,
Can you,
which he
can you
does not
double-
get back.
Can you double check a ruling for
Is it bad opportunity
Volcano.
attacks?
No, it's about Volcano Coat. Whether or not I can use my reaction here.
Let me pull it up and take a look with you.
But all it says is as a bonus. No, bonus action. When you take damage from a hostile creature, the creature that dealt the damage takes damage.
Proficiency D6. Yeah, that's yep, that's as a reaction. It's basically Hellish Rebuke. But your proficiency determines the number D6. There is no range,
That
as
is-
long as you are aware of them hurting you, I guess.
That is 18 points of fire damage then.
So as he reforms about 30 feet back from all of you, you see him suddenly burst up in flames as the volcano coat, its magic takes around him. And then he's going to take 3 shots at Wrath. He's going to use the elemental spike again, shooting. Wrath, give me a D5 real quick. Or, yeah, D5. You know how to roll D5.
Hold on.
Yep, lower taste.
Oh.
I honestly kind of just expected you to do a D10 divide by 2.
Yeah.
D5, 2. It is cold damage again, and it comes flying at you, but he only has a 25 to hit.
AC
It's
is
crazy, he has a
36
plus
and takes
19.
spell active.
He has a plus 19 and just keeps getting these like sub 10 rolls. Poor guy. Oh well. So he shoots this ice at you and just kind of misses as the combination of your blade style and your martial arts training and everything else, you kind of just shift and weave around them. And as this turn would end, you all kind of hear a voice coming up on the area.
Oh god, no! Pious! Pious! Pious!
And Pious, you are recovered to full hit points.
Damn!
Hell yeah.
As you hear him kind of freaking out, and especially you, Wrath, can feel the magic well up from him. And 2 of you understand the word that utters from his mouth as he casts Power Word Heal. It is the word
I
heal
cast counterspell.
in deep speech.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is the hermit, right?
This
Is
is
it
the
Hermit?
hermit.
I don't think
Okay,
you
Casting
are.
never
Power
mind.
Word
I'm out.
Heal.
I thought this was the enemy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Wrath just
Sorry,
turned
okay.
heal. That's crazy.
No,
Yeah, that
sorry.
would hurt so bad to counterspell his 9th level Power Word Heal.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
it's okay.
misunderstood for a second and got lost.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, Pious, you are brought back up to full health as his 9th level spell goes off, and he now knows that he can cast Power Word Heal as he panics in this moment and unleashes the magic.
As I'll go ahead and go first this time because it's rolling back to us, right?
Yep, the rare action monologue is him now scowling, pure anger, the sadness gone from his face, the tears have stopped, and he is looking at the hermit very specifically.
As Wrath deflects the shards of ice with his sword, Calm flies over and lands on his shoulder and casts True Strike for Wrath. As Wrath dashes, still with his last round of a Chardalyn Stride, straight up to our enemy. He takes 8 points of fire damage if I reach him. And I'm just going
You
to
do?
stab at him. That's 22 to hit.
That hits.
14 piercing, 6 points of lightning, and 9 points of fire.
He still stands.
Bonus action, reach out with my claw to try and claw into his chest. Not as good. 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
That's me, y'all.
I'm going to swing at him with agony.
Do it.
30.
That is a hit.
So that's 3d8 plus 8. Ooh, pretty solid. That's 22 damage.
Let's go.
Because he is still marked for 10 minutes total.
I mean, he is still standing.
Damn, he's a tough motherfucker.
827 hit points.
Jesus.
So I just finished to, talk with my patron, let's call it like that, and I do my last 30 feet of movement to reach him on the side, and I reach inside my mouth and I take out my rapier almost in a reverse, when the sword eater,
swallow? Yeah.
In a reverse sword swallow, I just take it out, conjuring in front of me, and try to stab this motherfucker. Can I, because I'm flanking, can I roll it with advantage? Or
Yes, you have flanking, you have advantage.
I also will say that this guy is cursed because I used my bonus action to X-Blade curse him, so I'm going to roll with extra damage on my attack, if I eat.
Yep.
And I can do also crit on a 19. So, wish me luck,
Let's go.
guys.
Good luck.
So
18,
close to a
almost
crit.
there.
All right,
Almost
and
there.
you have advantage on the damage roll. Roll twice.
So-
Take the option of your choice.
Yes, just give me a second, because this is also, I use my last spell slot to Eldritch Smite into this attack.
Let's go.
Plus 5, plus 4, plus 3d6, plus 6d8. So this is first roll for damage, and this is the second one. I say the 47 is a good...
Yeah.
Let me double check if
I think 45 would be better.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot something. Sorry. I will say that you need to remind me if this is worth to roll or not. Is the necrotic damage?
You're good. You hit the mark. You're good. Everyone, though, including Calm, needs to roll a wisdom save, to which you all still have advantage. The DC is 21 on this one.
Wisdom, let's say.
Damn.
Natural 20
Tempest, you only rolled once. You need to roll twice. You have advantage.
for a total of 33.
And I also have 20 for a total of
Hell
29.
yes.
Unfortunate Tempest of the 20. 24 for Wrath. How about for
9
Calm?
or 11 for calm, sorry.
11 for Calm. So, we'll start with Calm on the failure. Wait, Calm is on your back at the moment, and as he takes this blow to the chest, his body begins to convulse, and just madness, purple energy shoots out, enveloping all of you in this burst of light. And you can feel your minds reeling, and everyone except Tempest and Calm are able to settle their thoughts rather quickly. What you feel on your back, Wrath, is you just feel Calm fall to the ground. Just limp body and crashes down. Tempest, you are put into a berserker state, as you are filled with anger and rage at all these damn wizards that have made your life hell. From, most notably, of course, being Wilfred Goldrider, and now the Master here in front of your face, wanting all of you to kill each other, trapping you here, blasting you and Pious, and knocking you unconscious, nearly killing you. And for the next, I should roll it, 1d4, next 2 rounds, you will use your full ability to attack to just keep trying to tear his body apart. But as the light kind of pulls back in, as suddenly as it bursts out, with just a couple of seconds passing, Pious, his hands are on your head, trying to push through down, and you can hear him whisper,
You and you alone. It must be here, the core, my last
and before he gets out the last word, you see his eyes light up with a golden white aura to them. and he just falls back and collapses. His body stops convulsing.
I get it. I get why he had to cut me away. I just don't get why it had to hurt so much. Why would he leave me his pain and suffering all by myself? Just wanted Amy back.
Plus, you have the ability to respond.
I'm here. I'm just thinking.
You went about it the wrong way. Death is meant to be permanent. You need to grieve and move on, and cherish what you had, instead of ruining everything else for your selfish gain.
At this point, everyone's had a chance to start moving, essentially like another round of combat. And Tempest rushes in and begins ripping his arms off and then his legs. He's still there crying. It's almost like he doesn't feel what's happening to him.
I guess. But I don't think I can give up. And I don't think the doctor will either. Maybe he'll find a way to put an end to this madness. Or maybe you will. I don't know. All I know is that this isn't the end for me, and my suffering's going to continue. I'm sorry, friend. I shouldn't have done this, and I see that now.
I'll find a way. I'll find a way to let you rest. I promise.
As we roll into that second round of combat, Tempest, your head goes down and you just tear his off with your open jaw and kind of spit it back out, tossing it, rolling towards your feet, Geraldine, where it lands. And Tempest, you regain control of your senses, and all you can see is the master's body starts to lose features until it looks like a doll made from muscle and skin. No specific appearance on it.
Wrath is paying a little less attention to that. Currently, he's scooped up calm and is trying to see if he's breathing, and if he is, he's going to pour a refined tonic in his mouth.
The tonic doesn't seem to do anything. He's still breathing, but his muscles are tightened as if he's dead, like rigor mortis almost, yet he's still showing signs of life.
Let's hold him for now.
Allow me, Wrath.
Since the fight's over.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish. You can finish.
Would I be able to tell what condition is affecting Calm?
Madness. You are certain of that 100%.
I'm going to try casting Remove Curse.
As you're going to cast that, Wrath will pull out the hope fragment that he got from the statue he was at and hold it to Calm.
Okay. So, Pious, you can tell that the Remove Curse does nothing. As much as we'd like to believe that madness is a curse, it's not. It's natural. We all experience it to different degrees at different points in our life. And at this moment, he's just experiencing it much harder than most people. The hope fragment, though, does seem to cause his body to kind of loosen up a little. He's still not moving, but as his body starts to lose some of that tension, Wrath, his eyes are still open and you can see them shaking, and tears are kind of coming down Calm's eyes. Whatever he's experiencing right now is very difficult for him emotionally.
So, just to get it straight, his head is at my feet.
Yes,
so, and they are focusing on the body.
They're focusing on Calm currently, the pseudo-dragon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do I see any activity from the body that is being decapitated?
No, it shows no signs of life.
Okay. The head is kind of not there anymore.
Oh, you take it.
I just close my pouch.
All right.
I'm gonna walk away from the mangled corpse, transform it back to normal, and pulling my scythe from the ground to steady myself, because I am on 4 HP right now.
Twilight, this is when you finally come on the scene. There's a corpse with its head missing, limbs thrown around. There's Pious and Wrath are sitting there with Calm currently, who from where you are almost looks like he's dead. The little pseudo-dragon looks dead to you. And you see Tempest shifting back from her lichen form into human as she steadies herself away from the group.
Pious, are you going to use Revivify on this thing, or am I going to do it?
Neither. He's still alive.
He just needs time. And Wrath is getting up, cradling the dragon. He looks back over to Geraldine and the corpse as he holds the hope fragment still to him. He walks over to Tempest, and he's going to put an arm around you to kind of stabilize you. Wrath is not very injured at all, so he is going to give you what strength he has.
Jim, just to confirm that, I was dealing the killing blow on this thing, right?
Yes, you dealt the killing blow.
Can you give me back 12 HP? Because
Absolutely.
of the curse? Thank you. And, Geraldine is not much of a healer, so she will just go down and start to examine this mangled body just to see if there is anything on it that can give us information, clue, or anything at all.
Investigation and roll Arcana.
Okay.
2 separate checks.
Coming right up. Give me 1 second. This is my Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, not very much. While my investigation is a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So we will start with the Arcana. As you're looking over it, you're searching the body, you're also kind of looking at the body itself. And 12 isn't enough to get you much information on this. You can tell that this is like a flesh golem or a homunculus or something like that. More than likely, it was a vessel for his soul more than his actual body. But you can't really get more out of that. You can't think of how that might have happened. As for that 26 in investigation, you find 3 things on him. One is a pocket watch. It is gold-plated, actual gold. And the insignia on it is not one that you recognize. This is where I have to ask, do you know what the symbol of the SCP Foundation is? Like in real life?
No, I've never. What is it?
I don't think so.
See, I should have a photo on my computer. Here. Let me send it. Miscellaneous.
Time I'm just writing down things.
No, I've sent this image before. Why can't I find it? So weird. I'm going to search it up on my phone and send it in chat, or in the Discord chat. For anyone watching, it would take an excessive amount of time if I was trying to put it on stream, but you can just look up SCP Foundation symbol and you will find it. Rather quickly, actually.
Okay, so is this circle with the 3 arrow point towards the center?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the SCP Foundation. And underneath the engraving that is on the pocket watch, you do see the initials SCP on it. In addition to this pocket watch, you also find an old, worn photo. It looks like it's been a decade or 2 that it's been around, so it's faded a bit. The edges are rough. And you see 2 figures in it. One is this older man wearing a suit nearly identical to the one that the master was wearing. And he's kind of got an arm around this large steel robot that looks very similar to Pious, except he's got these sleek plates that don't have that kind of melted wave texture to them. And they're sitting in this room with these brilliant white walls, a desk with this box on it that seems to be illuminated with light. Something is displayed on it, stacks of books everywhere. And it just looks like a photo of 2 friends, essentially, taking a picture for memories. You can tell it's some type of office space, but most of what's in it looks absolutely foreign to the world of Maluviette. It's more reminiscent of real-world technology and architecture and desks and furniture. The third thing that you find is a folded-up piece of paper. And you can tell that this was like magically printed or something, or a very qualified calligrapher. And it's kind of like a birthday card sort of thing. And inside of it says, "Congratulations. We did it, Amy. We figured out time travel. And now we can save the world from the forgotten deity."
Okay. I wrote down everything I need to. I will collect those things, kind of wrap it in a nice package, I would say. And I will walk towards Pious, kind of kneeling down enough to our eyes can meet, and I offer over those three things together, and I said, I think you should have them.
He looks at the items and then looks at you.
Thank you.
And he takes them.
Sorry, and Geraldine just bow a little, take a step back, and will sit down on the side, watching the event unfold, and just pondering what just happened. Also, she will glance at this old man that she never seen before.
So, Pious, as you take a look at this, and then we'll come back to Geraldine in a moment. As you look at the picture, I presume, Pious,
Yes.
You can remember this. Like, the memory comes back to you. And the two of you were in the office, and you were taking this picture to commemorate this night, because the next day was the test for the time machine. And you were both excited that you were finally going to be able to do it, that you were going to be able to figure out where all the madness stems from, and hopefully be able to put the forgotten deity not to rest as in death, but at peace, to hopefully help contain that madness, to find that source before it could build up. And after the picture was taken, Druindar turned to you and spoke.
Amy, after the experiment tomorrow, I've got a gift for you to commemorate all of this.
A gift?
Yeah, something special to me that I want you to have.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Of course not. You're my friend, and I want to do it.
It's a surprise, isn't it?
Well, of course it is. Comes after the final test tomorrow.
Okay.
And the memory kind of ends right there.
A gift. What was it? He never got the chance. Give me the gift.
I'll hear this.
Yeah, you're close enough. I'd say you can hear this as he speaks out loud. As he holds this photo in one hand, and in the other is this card that's open with the pocket watch resting in the center of his palm.
A watch. How ironic.
Do you think there's more to be found here, Pious?
He doesn't meet your eyes when he talks, but he kind of just shakes his head.
Only broken memories. I think we're done here.
So, over to Geraldine, who's looking at this old man. The man kind of finally takes notice of you, Geraldine.
There's someone new in the group. Hi, my name's Finnet. No, I'm not him. You can just call me the Hermit. I'm kind of like the group mascot. Are you going to be staying with us for a while?
All depends on the rest of the team. I would like so. The hermit, you say?
Yes. It's what everyone used to call me because I lived up in a cave near Pallet, where some of the group came from originally. I was there for like 300 years in the cave.
I stand up in all my height and I tower over him. I do a curtsy, like a very nice lady will do.
He has a big smile on at the moment. It's awkward, almost like he's kind of forgotten how to smile, but he's trying his best to do so, and you can tell it is genuine still. As he's like trying to figure out how to bow. Like, he kind of puts like one arm kind of behind his back and one on his stomach as he kind of like leans forward with his legs too spread apart.
And I will look at him and I will say, uttermost courage. And I walk around him and help him to put himself in the right position. You do it like that.
Oh, thank you. It's like this. And
he tries to like straighten back up and then do it again the way you just showed him.
Correct. I do a little clap with my hand. Now to finish properly, when a lady introduces to you, and I offer my hand, what you should do.
He kind of thinks for a moment, and then like he tries to take your hand. He kind of takes it awkwardly, not at a natural position, and then like leans in to just gently kiss the back of your hand.
And he literally kissing, like this very cold and not dumb, but kind of almost slightly wet things, and I just retrieve my hand and I just clap again. Good. Yeah, get him somewhere.
So, to break for a moment and give you a better description, he appears to be Nuri, or human as it's, called in the rules book. He's closer to 6 feet tall, and all he's wearing are like these scraps of cloth. Like shirt and pants have just been torn up completely. He's very dirty. His hair is frazzled and white, about shoulder length. And one of the things you notice when he actually takes your hand and you get that full skin-on-skin contact, his skin and body seems to almost be colder than yours.
Oh, Geraldine is happily surprised, and doesn't say nothing, but she is happily surprised. And in my mind, this is something that just I think about it, but as a GM, you should know. This is even more interesting for you, isn't it?
Most things are interesting, honestly. I've never gotten to see a lot of the world or meet people, so I'd like to learn what I can. It's really scary though sometimes. Thanks to everybody else though, I'm getting better about it.
Did I realize that this guy just read in my mind?
So it doesn't seem like he necessarily realized what he was saying or what type of implications it would have for yourself. But he does seem to have this strange, uncanny insight into the people around him.
Very good. And Geraldine is even more happy. Another little curtsy, and I just say to the rest of the team, shall we go back to the castle and finally rest?
I think it's about time for that, yeah. Pious, you good?
He's still staring at the things in his hands, and it takes him a good moment to answer.
Yes, I'm good.
So, the barrier's been broken for a few minutes at this point, and you feel the last of that residual energy finish disappearing. And that's when the rest of you who haven't had your boon from the ritual, you can feel that power welling up inside of you. It's different for each of you, of course, but for you, Geraldine, we'll start there. You can hear Thulvatra in your mind.
It doesn't seem you needed my help with much on that one, but I can feel it, a new power inside of you. One that's not given by me. I can't wait to see it in action.
Touch my chest for a second, and it doesn't happen, but I almost feel like a heartbeat, just a little boom, and that's it, once, and I got a shiver down my spine. But I don't talk about that with her, and I just said, still interested in that hand I took for you?
Of course.
Good, I didn't have a meal in ages. And I just walk back.
Makes the boogeyman shiver. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Which you remember that just, before all of this, you did fight the boogeyman.
Yep.
So, what ideas did you come up with for Wrath and his power awakening?
I have a handful of vague concepts. Is about as far as I've been able to get. Something to do with his senses, maybe, being that he's seeing through the mask as long as he is. Or he's been running for either his life or someone else's life. Just about every other session, he's running long-ass distances, so something to do with that. Or just furthering his connection with the magic of the world. Are kind of the three I've narrowed it down to.
Okay. We will go with the first two. We'll do a combination of those. As you can feel your body kind of growing slightly bulkier, stronger as the muscles refine themselves. You can tell that they're becoming more dragon-like than they were before. And your speed, your base speed, is going to double. And you also gain... I need to double check and make sure the dragons actually have this. At least the high tier ones. At least one of them. Yes, they do. And you get blind sight out to 20 feet.
Holy shit. Okay. Jesus.
For everyone else, when you look at Wrath, you can see that his pupils have gotten a little less wide too. They become narrower. They look identical to an actual dragon's eyes at this point.
So you may be flying me around sooner than you think?
What? I don't have any wings. Do I?
Not yet. Your
I think too
eyes,
much.
Wrath.
What about him?
You are turning into a dragon.
Can he breathe fire?
One doesn't just simply turn. No,
Come on,
He
show me
can
fire.
breathe. He can breathe lightning.
I can breathe
Already.
lightning. I'm a dragonborn. I'm no
I think
dragon.
she thinks all dragons just breathe fire. I don't think she knows where she's at right now.
Wait, they don't?
I'm beyond
See.
considering it racist at this point. Whenever she has these cockabrain ideas.
Cockabrain is a funny word. But besides that, your eyes have changed. They're turning more dragon-like.
Maybe it's this mask. And he'll kind of lift it up off his face and kind of blink away for a second. Huh. Interesting. He kind of looks around. I'm assuming this is all on the walk back.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, pretty much.
He'll close his eyes as we begin walking and just walk with them closed. Huh. Well, seems that ritual was good for something then. Put the mask back on.
So,
What about what you found?
real quick, when you close your eyes and this blind sight fully takes, it's almost like a magic sonar, which you can feel and see the magic on everything, kind of bouncing and giving everything shape around you.
There's a little smile to his lips.
Twilight, you are the last one we have for your awakening ability. And all of you can kind of notice this, but her hands seem to smooth out. The places where the fingerprints would be and such are just gone. It's this pure, smooth, inhuman skin at this point. And Twilight, you can kind of just feel there's this natural healing energy kind of coursing through your hands. In proficiency times per day, you can touch another creature and they regain 20 hit points, and any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness they have is ended.
Damn.
Talking about my eyes, she's turning into a porcelain doll. Look at her.
A porcelain doll? What's a doll?
Oh God, Twilight, when did you? Oh God, oh Jesus.
He's just like acting like everything's wrong.
I am your god.
I punch her in the face. I'm just kidding.
No, go ahead, Pious. I don't have the strength to do it myself.
I described what abilities Tempest got, but now that she's back in her human form, there are visible differences. Her canines are even more pronounced than they were before. Her mouth, like a dog's maw, it extends just slightly outwards. And all of her fingers kind of come to these clawed ends now. She has this almost animalistic look to her, just kind of naturally at all times.
What was that all about back there? Tired of the scythe already?
Huh? No. I'll just say second chances. I wasn't gonna blow it. The voices said that I should rely on all of myself.
In that case,
Yeah,
I have
wise choice.
what? 30,000 chances with you, Tempest?
You are lucky. I can barely stand.
Very lucky.
So,
about this time, you all are getting back to the center of town. And where that bottomless pit was, you can see, just even kind of passing near it, it's only about 15 feet deep at this point. And the stairs that Twilight painted go all the way down and connect at the bottom of it.
But they are still there.
Yeah, the hole is there, the stairs are there, but it's only a 15-foot deep regular hole now.
Interesting.
Twilight's gonna go down the stairs.
Twilight's gonna go down the stairs.
Yeah.
See you at the fortress.
See ya.
Nothing actually happens when you go down the stairs. You go down and just feel your feet on rock.
Damn.
It's just like a normal hole now.
Damn.
Oh. Everyone is walking back toward the castle, but Twilight stay back to these things with it. And also, Geraldine will stay back a little bit and walk along Twilight.
So you're literally coming down the stairs with me?
No, I'm just waiting you at the top of it.
There.
Just look at you intently, kind of curious.
Well, it doesn't take you long to realize that everyone else has just kept walking back to the fortress. They're not waiting for whatever you're doing.
That's fine. Do I reach the bottom yet, or no?
Yeah, it's only 15 feet down the staircase.
Alright.
You got down to the bottom real quick and noticed it was just a normal hole.
She's gonna fly back up.
So, Twilight, I have a teeny tiny question for you.
A teeny tiny question.
Yes, let's walk back, shall we? What did you do?
What?
Oh, Pious, we've got a lot of background noise coming from your side.
My bad.
You know, I was watching Team Dynamic. Let's call it like that.
Yes.
And I was making joke, Wrath kind of treating you fairly. You have Tempest try to actually treating you all the way, every step. So I was wonder, what did you do to deserve that?
Oh, I'm just me.
Oh, you are
I'm
just
just
this
my irritating.
ugly, chaotic little angel, are you?
Say what?
I said you are just this bubbly, chaotic little angel. Over time, piss people off?
Yes. Yes.
Understand. So far you didn't with me, so yes.
Yes.
And I pat you on the head.
Like a pat or like
A pat, like that.
she kind of just shakes her head, going, "Okay." And she tries to pat you on the head too, but it doesn't really work out. She gets you like your shoulder.
I just do this with my head, my long tentacle dripping on the side. And when you do that, you feel my head, and this kind of shell that I have on top of it is literally a skull. And is hard.
She doesn't think much of it. She just kind of like, she just thinks to herself, "Looks a little weird, but like this guy." Like she's thinking just to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, you weren't here at the beginning, so I forgot to make this note. David is playing a female character named Geraldine.
Right. I misspoke. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
I just want to make sure, because last time you were saying Gerald and missing the "een" at the end of it.
Yeah.
And Geraldine is a very nice lady.
Yes.
And yeah, she just lets you pat her head, and she walk along with you, humming a kind of a creepy tune and something very old, probably a sea shanty, and just go back to the castle.
So as you get back, it's somewhere around like 5 a.m. You know the sun's going to start rising in a couple of hours. Not that you're concerned about trying to sleep during the day. But as you all approach the door, you see 5 spirits. They're translucent. You can kind of see through them. They range from about 3 to 3.5 feet tall, and they're all wearing this very kind of traditional samurai armor. And they're just standing there solemnly with their heads bowed.
What's all this about?
I'll talk to them. Oh, sorry.
No, please. I already have my
what happened?
interruption.
Hello? Who are all of you?
Wait, where are we at?
The fortress.
We are the damned souls that have been here for centuries.
You have freed us from that man who held us captive to keep the ritual going. It was all a setup. He promised us power, that it would work.
But it was all a ploy, setting up for the day that you would arrive. But now, we are free, and you have earned the power that we did not deserve. So thank you. And may every adventure you have be just as grand and just as heroic. Survive and see the end.
You see the 5 of them just kind of fade away.
Yeah.
Twilight starts to cry just a little bit, knowing that, like, out of tears of joy, like, she didn't realize how much of a team she really has until just that moment. Like, she knew that she had a team, but it was like, wow, we all came together and realized what good we can actually do, type thing.
Get some rest. I'll take the first watch.
Are we sleeping?
Wrath looks over at Tempest. Yeah, we need a rest.
I stand in front of the entrance and I just look around because I'm not being invited. So,
Please, welcome to our grand estate. And Wrath moves up and opens the door to the fortress, and it is barren. There's like no furniture in it whatsoever.
we, just my usual courtesy. I just bow into your direction and I step in, and I look at the barren emptiness of this place. Yeah, I have an idea for the car.
It's hard to move around with a bunch of shit. So let's just have somewhere safe to sleep though.
Just pick a corner, Geraldine. There's plenty of space.
There's
I'll
also
slip by
2
ya.
floors. We're gonna wrap up here. No major cliffhangers. We're at a good point, time-wise. Stop. Got everything cleared up. So next session we'll come back and we'll start with all the resting. But Geraldine, as you're entering, you're kind of taking everything in. You do notice that laid out on a bedroll, though, in one of the corners, is this dwarven man, very defined and good-looking muscles. He's got a red beard that trails down to almost his waistline, and his red hair is very thick and glorious. He's wearing a suit that is made of metal, like full plate on him. But you can see kind of the bits in the various lines and cracks where it allows for movement is this very fine-looking set of clothes. And from just like the little parts you can see, because he's even left like a little gap on the chest, you can tell that he bears the mark of a sailor, of a captain. He is unconscious, breathing very slowly.
I thought Captain was old.
He is.
He is old.
And he's a very fine-looking man for being over 160 years old. Good old venerable dwarven age.
Yeah, dwarves live forever.
And
So-
Geraldine will creep out close to him, powering like, paralysis demon, sleeping paralysis demon on top of him. It's better he's not waking up right now. And just curiously observe, unless someone is going to stop her.
He's suffering from the madness. We didn't have anywhere to bring him as we've been out on the road. So we bring him along.
Also, when he wakes up, he may try and eat your head.
Or lick it.
Yeah, don't put any fingers near his mouth.
Yes.
He will literally eat anything that you put in there. Please
Yeah.
do not use that to your advantage.
I mean, I wouldn't say anything, but most anything, definitely. He really has a desire for unique culinary experiences.
Very.
And that's not an innuendo. It's quite literal.
Geraldine is just fascinated. She's looking at this individual with you guys. It's difficult to understand what she's thinking about because she has always that big smile on her face, but her eyes are fixated on him. They just nod. Good to know.
Yeah.
Just a quick question.
Oh.
Have you ever tried to use one of those hope crystal to revert his status?
Yeah,
We tried it,
didn't.
and it
didn't
didn't
work.
work.
A shame, isn't it?
Very much so.
Well, nice to meet you, Captain. And
Flowers was his name.
Yar.
In his sleep, he actually does kind of just yar.
Yarr.
Yar.
All right, we're gonna wrap up there. Who we have to raid tonight is Kilta the Pomeranian. No one's really on tonight, probably because the Black Friday, day after American Thanksgiving and all that. Kilta is playing Kingdom Hearts tonight. I'm not sure which one, as he's playing the 1.5, 2.5 remix, so there's like 8 games he could be playing. So we're gonna go show him some love, and we will be back next week to continue the journey. And depending on how long it takes to get through rest activities and roleplay and everything, we may start on Geraldine's first story point.
Ooh.
Okie dokie.
So-
Do I need to prepare something?
No. I've got it kind of all in line. Just be ready for how Geraldine may react to a lot of different information. It is going to be focused mostly on torment fragments and one particular individual. And we're going to slip a little bit of Captain's lore in there. Treat for everybody.
Mhm.
So, we're going to go raid Kelta. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week. And as always, I love you. Bye bye, Kupo.